Rosenthal, DeMarcus Lawrence, the #1 free agent on the board.
Really?
Le'Veon Bell's fresh. Didn't play all year. He's #2. Then down at 9 and 10, you have Landon Collins and C.J. Mosley. This is a very good list. Let's play a little free agency matchmaker, shall we? We start with the biggest names on the board. Le'Veon Bell, MJD, where does he line?
Well, he's not going to go too far from Pittsburgh, I personally feel like. I think you send him to the Philadelphia Eagles, who has some running back issues. Okay, Jay Ajayi's gone. You don't know where he's going to be if you're going to bring him back, come off that ACL. He has some troubles running the ball. Carson Wentz needs a running game. Why not go get the best running back available? Best running back to play the game.
Right next to Carson Wentz. I wouldn't want to see that if I was in the NFC East. Okay. Elliot, how about Teddy Bridgewater?
Oh, you said this is free agent Bumble, right?
Yeah.
So technically the team has to contact Teddy Bridgewater.
That's a good point. Yep.
Yeah, so Teddy Bridgewater, how about Washington Redskins?
Oh,
Alex Smith could miss the entire season. You saw what happened with their quarterback situation late in the year. Josh Johnson, Mark Sanchez. His team doesn't have a lot of money to spend, but you could get somebody that was once a first-round pick and showed a lot of potential with the Vikings. Why not?
I think that's a good. I like that match, actually.
I think if I was a GM, I'd do that.
And JD, Jadeveon Clowney.
Listen, we got to get him to the Oakland Raiders. Pass rushers are hard to find.
They're not going to pay Khalil Mack, and they're going to pay Clowney. Come on.
That's like the most Raiders thing right now, right? Find a guy that can go do it. Go get Clowney. If he's there, the Raiders need someone. And this guy can rush the passer. He can stop the run. He's a hard-nosed guy. He can put his hand in the ground. He can stand up. I think he's a perfect fit.
They need a lot of someone's right now. Elliot, how about DeMarcus Lawrence? Perhaps he goes to the Raiders, too.
It's kind of weird. DeMarcus Lawrence, it almost feels like his name isn't as big as Jadeveon Clowney, even though DeMarcus Lawrence has been as good as pass rusher as anybody in the league.
Homer alert.
I think he stays. I think he stays with the Cowboys. You stay with the car that's in your driveway. Here's the deal. The Cowboys haven't had money in the past. Now they finally do have. They have the ability to re-sign him. I think you don't let a pass rusher get away. You're just talking about it with Khalil Mack.
I don't think you stay with the car that's in your driveway. I always want a different car. You stay with a pair of shoes you've been wearing, maybe, but not the car in your driveway.
You don't. You went to
everybody wants the new hot car.
That's for sure. MJD, what about Earl Thomas? Maybe he could end up there as well.
Well, we already know where Earl wants to go. He wants to go to Dallas. He went in the locker room and told him, so I say, hey, you know what, Earl? Why not go there? Okay, they need a safety, someone to roam the field. Your old defensive coach is calling the plays now. They're running that cover 3 system. Why not bring him back? Let him go back home and have some fun and ball out and make that defense really a top-notch defense.
Oh, Elliot's smiling. He would love to see that.
Yeah,
finally,
he's a homer.
Elliot, how about C.J. Anderson? You want to bring him to Dallas, too?
Calm down over there. Tap the brakes. Okay, sometimes you're driving a 4-door sedan and you're like, I really need something off-road. I need to tow a boat, right? C.J. Anderson. Man, this guy would give the Colts such attitude. They've got some good backs. They've got Marlon Mack. They've got Himes. But MJD, do they have a guy like this? Do they have an enforcer on offense?
Nope.
I think this would make the Colts a 12-4, 13-3 team.
How about C.J. Anderson in New Orleans to replace Mark Ingram?
Why do you keep trying to give New Orleans all this love?
I'm just saying. I think he'd be a good
Quit
fit
giving
there.
the Saints all this love.
I'm just saying. Tracy,
Even though, hold on, let me say this.
What?
You guys are so hospitable. I mean, down there, they gave me gumbo, catfish, fried shrimp. It was amazing. That's all I can go, though. That's as far as I can go.
You weren't going to say no to any of that.
No, I wasn't.
They're ranked higher than the Rams.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Free agency, by the way, not too far off. You can join us the 11th through the 15th of March for Free Agency Frenzy right here on NFL Network. Let's take a look at 17 through 24 now. The Falcons, a disappointing season, coming in at 17, and then the Raiders rounding out your top 24.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Bills, if Josh Allen develops, they'll go higher. I don't know what to do with the Giants and Lions at this point, guys. 7-9?
That's a winning season for them.
Let's talk about the Giants. Eli Manning, I heard from a little birdie, the first day after the season was in the weight room working out there. Do you think the team should move on from him?
No, I don't. I think you've got at least a 1-year bridge if you draft a quarterback. And I love those in the weight room. You know, Joe Montana really picked up the weights a lot more when he was in Kansas City, so he could get the best couple of years at the end of his career, and he did very well. There's no reason Eli Manning can't do the same thing and maybe hold off a rookie challenger for 2 years. It's better for the team.
For me, you never want to go into a season without a quarterback. So you're going to keep Eli. You'll draft you a guy this year. Maybe it's Haskins from Ohio State. You let him learn, sit and learn under Eli, and then you push him forward after that. It's so many times we get something. We're in this whole microwave society where we want it right now. Right now. Let's do it right now. You need to sit. Aaron Rodgers sat for a couple of years. Now look at him. Why don't you just sit this young player, whoever it may be, and then let him go from there?
Yeah, sometimes you just let him marinate a little bit. Eli Manning, by the way, owned a $5 million roster bonus on March 17th.
That's it?
Has a cap hit of $23 million, which really isn't that bad in this day and age for quarterbacks. Never too early to start talking draft. Bucky Brooks has his mock draft 1.0 out already, as many do. He has Nick Bosa going #1 overall to the Cardinals, and Dwayne Haskins, the first quarterback off the board at 6th overall to the Giants. Here's Haskins on Super Bowl Live last week.
You're going to be the first quarterback taken?
That's what we're praying for.
Okay, would you, because Daniel Jeremiah, our draft expert, he had one comparison, Josh Rosen. He also said that you learning under Eli Manning would be a perfect fit. Would you do that, or would you be up for that?
Of course. Eli Manning is a great quarterback. I grew up watching Eli since I was a little kid, and it'd be a great thing to be able to learn from him.
All right, so joining us now is Bucky Brooks. Played in the NFL, in the front office in the NFL, and he is now our draft analyst. So he basically knows everything about the NFL. Yeah. You like Haskins. He's the top quarterback off the board. Not a ton of college experience, but a ton of potential.
A lot of potential. I love Haskins. And when you think about Haskins, I want you to think about the old school quarterbacks, Warren Moon, Doug Williams, a guy that can do it from the pocket. This is a big time thrower. 50 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions at Ohio State. And when you watch him play, he plays like a vet. But he's not the only quarterback in the class that we want to talk about. Drew Lock from Missouri is another guy that you really have to pay attention to. This is a guy that was a big time high school basketball player, outstanding athlete with A+ arm talent. Look, he didn't necessarily maximize his potential during his time in Missouri, but there are a lot of people that were excited about him, especially after watching him at the Senior Bowl. And then the final guy that I want to talk about, Daniel Jones from Duke. Dual threat playmaker, has the size, the athleticism that you like, high IQ player, plays the game the right way. There are a lot of teams that are intrigued by the top 3 guys in this draft class. I think teams looking for a franchise quarterback are going to be happy when these guys get done with the process.
You mentioned Drew Lock's basketball experience. That was kind of the talk of the Senior Bowl, too. Everybody was enamored with how good he was at basketball. Another two-sport guy is Kyler Murray, right? Drafted by the Oakland A's in baseball, hasn't definitively said which one he will play. Kyler Murray, you have going in the first round, 32 overall to the Patriots.
Oh, he's the biggest wild card in the draft. This is a guy that can go anywhere from the middle of the first round to the bottom of the first round. I think when you look at Kyler Murray, you have to understand he's an explosive playmaker. He has all the juice that you look for as a runner, but he's actually a very, very efficient pocket passer. When you look at his numbers compared to Baker Mayfield, and you see the success that Baker Mayfield had as a rookie, there are a lot of people that are excited. If you can get past the height issue, I think Kyler Murray could be a big-time player for a team.
And he's short, okay? This is not Baker Mayfield, who's 6 feet tall. Kyler Murray is 5'9".
He is 5'9", but I would tell you, he may be the best high school player to ever play in the state of Texas. That is saying something about him. And then when you look at what he was able to do at Oklahoma, a lot of people are saying, look, if Baker Mayfield can come into the league and light it up, maybe Kyler Murray can as well.
Absolutely. Baker Mayfield, some of the other shorter quarterbacks like Drew Brees helping his cause. You have Nick Bosa going #1 to Arizona, and you're not the only one. Is he an absolute lock to go first overall?
I think he's pretty much a lock to go first overall. And the reason is because this is the family business. When you think about his brother, his dad, his uncle, all were first-round picks, he understands how to play at this level. A technician, great hands, good get-off, finishes, has a wide array of moves. He is someone that you can plug and play. He's going to be a star from day one in the National Football League.
Got hurt this year at Ohio State, decided to pull out of school, so he's been training for the combine and the draft for the last couple of months. He is ready to roll. Bucky Brooks, thank you very much, my friend.